Hi there, guys. I'm back, and guess what? Nothing. Yeah, you thought. Anyways, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. It's just this ugly mugga. He's not ugly, he's actually pretty cool, though I do much prefer the other one. Um, Tips and tricks, just a couple. Not too much, not too little. So, if you want to know why I was on a hiatus for that long, just ask me in the comments because I will not be covering it here. Anyways, let's begin. So, my first tip as Geist Trooper, never, ever, ever get on a point. Never. You never ever want to get on a point. Now, you may be asking, why? Why don't I want to get on a point with this amazing gun, which is very good, and my butcher, because I am totally synergized. Correct. Why would I ever not want to be on a point? Well, to that I might say, you're horrible at dealing with crowds. God forbid more than two people show up. Because then, you die. Because they're all running something different. Well, I mean, hopefully, otherwise you're in a pretty bad server. All running something different. Usually different perks, different weapons, all of which can deal a lot of damage. Unless they're, of course, pistols, but you get the point. Still able to deal damage, especially if it's a negotiator. Don't want to be dealing with negotiator users. Yes, I am one. Anyways, so you are horrible at crowd control. Your strength is picking people off from a range, nonetheless, because because strong penetration, yada yada, especially with the knocking helmets off at all ranges, coming back for good old little shock troopers. You don't have to be dealing with that pesky, oh no, I'm farther than 100 range because I have to go for body shots. Nope. Now you can knock helms, and then you can knock helms and knock some people out. And the best part is, now they're also reverting it. It's not, I don't know if it'll be back again or like when they're removing it, but they're removing the wall pen changes also, so then, because well, yes, a good gun, the Der Forger it is very, I don't want to say weak, because it does have good damage ranges, and 3 tapping at max range is still pretty good. It's basically just a Jesse without rifle grenades. So, when it comes to that, don't get on points because Butcher can lock you into an animation for the other two to deal with. Then, your gun, well, yes, fast firing, especially if you have a Butcher perk, which I will go over in a quick second. You will not be able to handle it. Your strength is the caves. You wonder why the Geist from the game The Geist on Roblox always ends up losing in the end? It's because he entered a point. The idiot. So, point is, don't enter points. You may think you have the firepower. You don't. Especially if your team is there. If your team's already there, what are you doing there? Well, yes, you don't want to be too far from your team, but still. Geist is a lone guy. What you doing with your team, bro? Now, then, going to Butcher. You should be synergized with the Geist, because Butcher is the best perk in the entire game. There is no other perk that is quite like it in any sort of scenario. So, Butcher gives infinite morale, yada yada. You know what Butcher does. That's why it's so good, especially on a Geist. Because 10 rounds, it can take a second to load. Now, then, so, yeah. Butcher, get it. Sorry for the stumble there, guys. It's been a while. So, Butcher, get it. Then, I have some tips and tricks for you for the best Butcher. Now, this goes for all Butcher gameplay in general, but this is specifically for the Geist. You can apply this to regular Butcher gameplay, not suggested though, because you won't have Apparition like the Geist. Now, basically, you want to single somebody out. Single them out. That is the best way to get Butcher proc. But, you already have to single them out. You're Geist. You said it yourself. You don't do well in crowds. Yeah, you do worse in melee. Now, yes, I said you do worse in melee. And no, your ears do not deceive you, even though I just said I had Butcher. While yes, the animations are quicker, not quick enough. In fact, they're a tad bit slow. Anyways, while yes, the animations are quite beautiful, and I do love when I get stuck in a good Butcher animation, it is not what we're going for when it comes to a Geist. Now, Butcher, you do want to get it. I'm not saying that it's bad in any scenario, or you don't want to go into melee with it. Get it. Get the Butcher proc. But this, you need to be specific and careful about it. Now, how? How do you be specific and careful? By using Geist to its fullest extent. You have wall hacks. Utilize them. Let's just say I'm some poor little guy wandering all by myself. Oh no, I get spotted by a Geist. I'm going to curl up into here so that now, if he comes from that direction, I can get him. And, he'll definitely try not to get into melee. I'm moving around too much. Now, what I suggest to do here, if they do get into that scenario, which you will find yourself in, whether or not they're being hunted or just in the thick of battle. They'll be curled up in a corner, and yada yada. So, basically, you don't want to run at them head on. Well, no, duh, you don't want to run at people dead on, they'll shoot you. What I mean by that is that you don't want to come around to this point. This is bad. They're already looking here, so what if they... Oh, no! And since you don't have Leatherneck, they can push you back with bullets. And you don't want to do it here, nor here, because quicker turnaround speed, they'll see it, yada yada. Now, Now, this scenario is very specific. If they are just sitting there, I would suggest that you do go a few degrees, maybe around here, because then they're not paying attention, they're just right there, and they haven't moved at all. But if they are moving constantly, yada yada, just, oh no, Geist on me, where, then you do want it to be a bit more careful. Now, if they start mining, chase them. You have a better mining speed. You don't want to enter their tunnel at all, because that's when they'll know you're close. Unless they're just wholly unaware, which they're free Butcher proc. Go get it. At that point, you got your Butcher. You're all set up to be the perfect Geist. That's just Tip trick number 2. You also want to just come from above. I know the fall damage system is incredibly wacky, but please bear with me. You definitely, at all points, you should think to yourself, how or can I come from above them? Get behind them, yada yada. So think omnidirectional. Just don't make it too hard on yourself. I would say don't go under them, but it's like above them, except it's below them. So, yeah, nothing I gotta say about that. So, get a butcher proc. Definitely for this tip and trick, get a butcher proc. I just showed you a good way to do it. Also, make sure they're alone. If they're in that scenario, they're usually alone. Now, the best way to counter a geist, be in a group of at least 2 or more. No, 3 or more. Definitely 3 or more. Anyways, yeah. Best way to counter geist, be in a group of 3 or more people. That's my only suggestion. Otherwise, you're just cooked. Because there's nothing you can do about it. Guys don't always want to get into melee, though. While yes, still efficient. While yes, efficient. Not the best thing to do. You have a gun. Shoot someone. Anyways. So that's all for the tips and tricks, really. It's just 2. I know this video is going to be... Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyways. I'm not. I will be posting more. I hope you will watch more, guys, because... Please. I need this. I really don't got subscribers. Anyways, if you found this... oh, yeah. Beyond that, I have 2 questions for everyone. Well, technically 3. First question, will you hit that like and subscribe? Because please, speed. I need this. Anyways, second of all, if any of you know a text-to-speech voice changer that I can use on mic, because I don't write out a script, and I know you guys can tell. I don't write out a script for this. I just do it off point. And I know that's probably why I don't have a lot, but it's how I want to do this channel. So please support my bad habits. Anyways, if you know a good voice changer, if you could make a video or perhaps show me to a video, I do want it to be a text-to-speech because that's just the best voice changer out of all of them. So yeah, if you could help me out there. And then one final thing, I will be doing a series on this. This is just Geist. I will have others. Storm, Bull. Bull's probably going to be next, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, peace out, guys, and have a nice rest of your day.